As a matchstick strike and Cancer's watery energy dries, we are led to the doorstep of the fifth house of the zodiac world, Leo. A little later in the video, we'll take a look at what this fiery lion can use to calm its firm yet blazing ferocity. But who is this lion known as Leo? Leo spans the celestial longitude of 120 degrees to 150 degrees and is associated with the calendar period between July 23rd and August 22nd. Represented by the mythological Nemean lion, Leos are crowned as the royal leaders of the zodiac. They represent individual creative forces that work to brighten the world around it. Their namesake denotes a strong and fierce presence that is courageous and regal in their way of living, positions, and their expressive platform. As the second of the fire signs, there is a more fully realized sense of control that shines in comparison to their predecessor, Aries. Their commanding and dominant disposition is well known and almost legendary, and the independent Leo is often characterized as a brave hearted, fully confident, ambitious, and positive thinker. In fact, this description is the exact character analysis of Disney princess Merida, whose fiery red mane lays stake as the lead protagonist in Disney's Brave. In the film, she comes off as quite opinionated as she asserts her ambitious nature against her family, against society, to fight and defy the old traditions of her structured world. This fact also leads to the mental position attributed to the birth of Mel Gibson's blockbuster hit Braveheart, which was about a patriot who led his army into a great war that would threaten the Scottish throne and all of its ideals, and subsequently becoming the symbol for a free Scotland. Leos don't invite skepticism or doubt, as their confidence is unparalleled to most. Their confident drive, which is often drenched in excessiveness, is attributed to the idea that Leos know what they want, as these pursuits are combined with an unwavering belief that they know it all. So, as a Leo, what I say is gold. How I act is gold. What I believe is gold. This belief nurtures their strong willed energy and enthusiasm to succeed and become great. And their self assurance would not be complete without the stroking of their ego, of course, which must happen often, as their presumed greatness must be validated and, I mean, constantly. I am recalled to a situation that can confirm these presumptions and beliefs. While working a job for Gucci, yes, Gucci, I got a chance to meet and see Madonna in action. I just stood and watched as she stood there atop everyone with a quite small stature, very self assured in her ideas, as she began commanding all the contractors around her to understand that the event must be right as her name was attached to it. Otherwise, there would be problems. She was very master of the Serengeti. You go ahead, lioness, then. Side note, the event was amazing. A Leo's regalness and overall representation can come in at a fault, as most Leos have an innate desire to lead, which often warrants them the expectation that others will automatically follow. Well, let me tell you, dear Leo, we will not all bend the knee. Some people might, though. But I digress. As a leader, Leo can often be seen as quite open and welcome to others, and maybe even willing to share responsibilities. It should also be noted that even if they are not in a position of leadership, they are never afraid to stand against oppression. They always make it a point to have their voice heard, even if it isn't asked for. I mean, the idea of oppression and the idea to work against it to promote change is a huge part of Madonna's celebrity presence, as she ushered in a woman's liberation movement of sorts for a bulk of her career almost, trying to reach and teach her following fan base, men and women alike, to be more free and to run their place in the world the way they see fit and the way they would feel comfortable. And as you can see in most of her videos, she is never the victim, and she sings a story of triumph over structured ideals and love. Leo's personality is similar to that of a person between the ages of about 28 to about 35, which is that period in life where we mostly welcome maturity and a need to be known. The link to maturity positions Leo's opposition to most things in life. Leos will not fangirl or fanboy any person that is petty or mean, as their protective nature will easily overlook these types of people, most of these people, often deeming them as unworthy. Off with their head or heads. Leos possess a certain code of honor and have an expectation that all exchanges will be fair and honest. If you lose a bet, or if they lose a bet, they are more than willing to pay up. But just be cognizant of the fact that they will want the same in return. In general terms, Leos tend to be very giving, as the need to be liked and respected is quite strong with the Leo placement. A Leo just wants your admiration and respect. They want it to exceed the value of any material gift you may present to them. The gift of universal centrality. Just make me the center of attention. Just put all the attention on me. That will do nicely. Thank you. Just give them their attention, please. This desire to position themselves on the platform of admiration is probably why President Bill Clinton and President Barack Obama, respectively, are still spoken of to this day. All controversy aside, of course, blue dresses and all that kind of stuff. They both work to please the United States and the world at large in an effort to be loved, liked, and adored many a years over. And it is also this desire that caused Obama to find great comfort in many a guest seat of many a talk show in an effort to show us all, hey, look, I'm just like one of the guys. So put some respect on that. Leo's love for admiration exceeds the realm of the physical, as they long for admiration in everything that they do. You love me. You really love me. You better love me. No, seriously. You better love me. Either way, they are not gonna sway from this because they are quite confident that they will be on a pedestal, and they don't look for it, they expect it. But even in the parts of life where there is no spotlight, they can be seen to be very competitive in efforts to further prove that their confidence and security in self is always present. I'm sure Napoleon had many a competitions in the confines of his home. I mean, how else did he rise to prominence during the French Revolution? Well, he did have that short man syndrome thing also, which could have played a part in his immense competitiveness, but who knows? But speaking of home, much like a Taurus, Leos love their home. Their home is, as you may have guessed, their castle. A castle where they are sure to surround themselves with artifacts and fixtures that appeals to them and their royal tastes. And what good is a castle without the presence of company that will revel in its awe? Well, not a worry, as with the Leo energy, in all its regalness, is always keen to opening their grand home to others, as they can be quite hospitable. The quite protective Leo, who's always aware of its enemies, with its fiery, fixed disposition and intuitive nature, and answers to its ruler of the sun, is more than confident to shout its motto, I create, and will continually validate its position and do so with the natural powers of certain stones like yellow topaz. Yellow topaz helps in the enhancement of inner peace and gives relief to the onset of any stress that may get the fires ablaze. Y'all just need to calm down. Leos also gain enlightenment with the presence of tiger eye. Tiger eye will help in the fever or their fever drive for vitality. Siempre viva. Live forever. Well, not really. Well, they do want to be respected forever, so maybe it does apply. And then there is Ruby. The fiery preciousness of Ruby will help promote a strong heart and strong heart energy, where the attributes of milky yellow amber will help in establishing visions. And with the ever present visions of grandeur and an attraction to regality, it should come as no surprise that Leos can be greatly inspired when drawn to the colors of natural earthy ochre and hues of gold. Perfect colors for royal garb. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Nature is a great source as well, as some Leos may find inspirational strength while placing their throne near or around certain trees and shrubs. Those born between July 23rd and August 4th will feel ever kingly while in the presence of holly, while those latter Leos between August 5th and August 22nd may adorn their crown with elements of hazel and almond while munching on an apple from the inspiring apple tree. In addition, plants also promote a level of inspiration for Leos as well, especially when surrounded by sunflowers, chamomile, and lavender. Oh, how perfect. I can see it now. Set the stage, dim the lights, position the spotlight. Picture a Leo in a bath of lavender water with a cup of chamomile tea in a gold mug while staring at their sunflower wallpaper. Now, if that's not a Leo, I don't know what is. But while relaxing, Leo should focus on the parts of the body like the heart, back, and spine, as these areas can be deemed as problematic for some. But while you Leos are out entertaining your adoring crowd, which you'll always be doing, take note that certain keys or compositions that contain E flat major and G sharp minor can help in maintaining that ever present flair, especially when in the presence of your natural attractions to the likes of Scorpio, Capricorn, and of course, other Leos. I mean, who better to understand your greatness and your regalness than another Leo? That is, of course, unless you kill each other over who's going to wear the crown. As an honorable mention, just take a look at J-Lo and A-Rod, who are both Leos, whose upcoming nuptials will be having them looking to rule over all, like the king and queen they are. Well, I ain't bound to y'all either. But they'll have great competition when placing their mark in history with other fellow Leos like Napoleon Bonaparte, French statesman and military leader. I'm off to see the world to never be found again, pilot Amelia Earhart. I did not have sexual relations with that girl, former President Bill Clinton. Iconic singer and revolutionary in her own right, Madonna. Oh, yes, we can, former President Barack Obama. Rolling Stones frontrunner Mick Jagger. Kardashian Jenner billionaires Kylie Jenner. Lil Pump. Setting the stage for her own set of rules, Dua Lipa. Singer-songwriter Shawn Mendes. a little cake by the ocean and middle brother of the Jonases, Joe Jonas. And then, of course, newly crowned princess, American export, Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. And, of course, many other. But with that, we are brought to a close on Leo. Did what you hear make sense? Did you hear anything new? Or have you heard it all before? Either way, it would be great if you pounded that like button, and be sure to share this video with friends. And of course, if you want to hear more from what this channel has to offer, be sure to subscribe and follow. And don't forget to put on notifications so that you will be first in line when a new video is released. Stay tuned to more in-depth interpretations as we look at the astrological signs on a deeper level. And be sure to be on the lookout for our Leo series, where we take a ride through the jungle with each lion directly. Can we uncover new things about your being or your personality, Leo? Well, stay tuned and find out. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates and information. And remember, the stars are always watching.